Hey, I just want to start this video off saying I apologize for my appearance. Maybe I'll look better in future videos. This is going to be the first of many videos. Basically just talking spirituality. You know, I've had my own, I believe it's all personal experience. I don't believe you should believe any of these set dogmas or set religions as a whole. Because I believe everybody's personal experience is slightly different. So take this with a word of salt, with a grain of salt. And sorry for the dogs if you hear them barking or anything. But take it with a grain of salt. And if you like what I have to say, that's cool. But I tell everybody to meditate themselves, to learn for themselves, and to delve into themselves, because you are Christ. We're all Christ in our own way. So you have to delve into yourself. You can't just listen to somebody. You can't just listen to me. But I just want to, maybe some stuff what I got to say can help you along or something. But I have a little journal here, I have a little journal here, but I'm not gonna. I didn't like write all this down. It's really just off the dome, and I'm gonna go all over the place. Probably I'm not good at staying on point. I'm gonna be all over the place. Some old videos I'm probably gonna be repeating some same points all over again, because I'm just all out there. But essentially, I've been wanting to start this channel for a while, and I'm almost done talking. Like, just trying to give the layout of the future. And well, I'm here now, and the reason it pushed me to do it now is because I had a major strife in the family recently. We don't agree on anything. They're very, very like old-timey Christian, which is okay. The Church God of Prophecy, they're really, really, really stuck in the old traditions, and they're on their own journey. Everybody's gonna have to be reborn till they understand. And they don't understand. So that's okay. But anyway, I just figured, why not? So here we go. So really, what's the meaning of life? Everybody asks like what the fucking meaning of life is. It's like the biggest question. It's really, I'm about to answer it. I can answer the question for you. I think anybody that really sits and thinks about it can actually really understand this, but some people just don't want to accept that this is all the meaning. The meaning of life, what is it? It's literally, we're literally just put here to nurture. We're all spirit. We're all divine light. This body, this identity, the stuff you like and don't like, the tastes, the foods, whatever, the TV show over that TV show, it's nothing. This is all, I look like shit right now. This is all, see, even that doesn't matter. Like this doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I look like. It don't matter, like, it just don't matter. This is all, I'm not saying you should take care of yourself, but this is all a shell. We're what we truly are. It's not, my name's Preston, my earthly name is Preston. I'm not Preston. I'm not Preston from Alabama. I'm not Preston from Illinois. I'm not Preston from Texas. I'm not Preston from America. I'm not, if you die and say there was some God that's going to come and speak to you, which there is, and it's not going to work like that, but it says, who are you? Most people would be like, oh, I'm Beth from Tennessee, and I just love you so much. That's not who you are. It's not who you are. You are literally just energy. You are light. Your consciousness is God. Your consciousness is Christ. That's who you are. Your consciousness. Up in here, that whole, you got the right side of the brain, the left side of the brain. No good, and you got the pineal gland. You're just this energy filling this shell. And that's it. Like you could, the ant is energy filling a shell. Like, we're all just flesh. This flesh shouldn't be able to just move. This stuff shouldn't just be able to just, like, it's all different levels of consciousness. Trees, plants, everything that's alive is on a different level of consciousness. But it's all connected. It's all an inner web of connected consciousness. But simply, what is the meaning of life? The meaning of life is our Father, if you want, that they talk about in all these religions, that's you. That is Christ. That is your light. That is your energy. Father. Mother is motherfucking Earth. Mother Earth. We were blessed by the Father through consciousness to have this ability of consciousness to understand literally the universe experiencing itself. And I believe in all those other little planets where there's life and trees, and you can see that there's oceans and greenery. There's all these different little pockets where we are given this opportunity to live, this opportunity to experience, this opportunity to know ourselves and know our meaning, to know, to know ourselves, but we are put here to nurture. Nurture Mother Earth. Mother Earth is our mother. It gives us life. It gives us the fruits. And we have completely gone away from that. We're building all these data centers. We're doing all this destructive stuff. We're tearing down trees faster than they can be replanted. We're digging out minerals from mountains and just taking everything. Stuff that we don't really even need. No one needed a microwave. No one needed an iPhone. No one needed really half of this shit. The only thing we really needed was a little bit of food and a little bit of water. That's all we ever fucking really need. But we've kind of lost the plot. We've lost the plot along the way, and it's no good. Really have lost the plot. But the meaning of life is we are put here to nurture. Nurture, that's it. We're literally put here to nurture and care and live. There is no higher understanding of this or all that shit, or I gotta go to heaven or I might go to hell. Heaven or hell is a construct. Heaven or hell is just doing good acts, and hell is doing evil acts. You can commit hell on this earth, and you can commit heaven on this earth, and we can make the world heaven if we all can come together and actually decide to do good and to be good. But there is a poison in humanity right now where everybody, and all our societies are built to turn us to the hell side. All our societies are built to turn us to the evil. Everything's built to glorify evil, to glorify pain, to glorify destruction, to glorify discontent, and it makes everybody numb to it. People don't take half the terrible things that go on in this country and go on in the world seriously anymore, because they're so numb to it, because it's built upon. We built this society upon all these societies have been built on just war and conflict and taking over and strife. We can truly all come to, if we all were to say fuck borders shouldn't exist, it's all land. The idea of any foreigner should not exist, because we're all people. There is no Indians, there is no Mexicans, there is no Americans, there is no British, there is no anybody. There's no Europeans or Westerners. There's no such thing. It's all that. We're all just human beings. We all have placed these different identities on each other, and we put all these different identities on each other. We're all gonna just be separated. We're all just gonna get these different excuses to, well, they're different. I'm better because of this reason, and they're different because of this reason. They're different to me. All this doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. And that's why I don't understand all this division. Oh, they're gay. Oh, they're transgender. It does not matter. This is just a shell. As long as you're not committing evil, as long as you are not a murderer or a rapist, a pedophile, then it does not matter. It does not matter. And those people too, as hard as this is to say, those people aren't inherently evil. Something changed them. People are not born inherently evil. They are not. They have all this evil, all these people that commit these evil acts, even as disgusting as some of this stuff is. There is good in them. There is a spirit in them. That everybody that is conscious has a spirit that is unchangeable, unfaltering, it doesn't change for good or bad. It is what it is. The spirit cannot be corrupted. So these people, they have this misunderstanding. They have their minds twisted, and they will have to be reborn. There is a cycle of rebirth, of reincarnation. You will be reborn until you understand. There's a lot of people that are ignorant. There's a lot of people that will remain ignorant for a long time. There's a lot of people that are going to have to just... When you're reborn, the goal is to know yourself and to learn true understanding, empathy, and nurturing. just to be a kind person that doesn't judge by anybody, by nothing, just purely unconditional love and nurturing and understanding, and to know yourself. That's the goal of life. That's the meaning of life. And a lot of people are not doing that. A lot of people are born and they live. They feel like the meaning of life is to provide and go to work and do this or go to church, and then they have to fight for something, or they have to go and be a fucking, there's all these different things that they're losing. Everybody's so stuck on this societal stuff. They think all the society stuff matters. They think like getting a good job in a good company and working matters. In like the big office buildings, you get the most money, and that's who all people's goal in life is. How rich can they get, and how comfy and cool of a life can they have? How much money can I make, and how cool can I live? You're never going to be satisfied. You will never be satisfied. The only way you can be satisfied is by knowing that it's nothing, knowing that it's all nothing. It doesn't matter. Don't put yourself on any of this earthly stuff. Don't chain yourself down to any of this earthly. And I say earthly, I'm not talking bad about the earth, but like societal shit. Don't tether yourself to this stuff that doesn't truly matter, because it doesn't matter, and it's just you're never gonna satisfy. You can only satisfy yourself by being one with nature. You can only satisfy yourself by living amongst your fellow consciousness, being one with your true inner nature and being one with actual nature. Like, we've gone so against it. We've gone so against the natural flow. Like, we've gone against the natural flow of harvesting. We've gone against the natural flow of migrating. When it gets hot, like, it's scorching right now where I live. Because of for global warming that nobody believes in, but that's a whole other thing we'll get into. But it's scorching, and pretty much where everybody lives right now. And you know what most people would do? We got this society where we stay put, where we live in this house and we have to pay this house. And I don't have enough money to leave. We should all be allowed to go anywhere for free. Everything should be free. Should be no money, for one. There should be no form of money. It should all be even trading, and there shouldn't be any form of really trade. Like, it should just be given out. If everybody just did what they're good at, did something. Like, I'm good at making the clothes, you're good at farming, you're good at gathering the water, you're good at gathering the berries, you're good at building the huts, and maybe we're all good at multiple things. If we all just did that for each other and just did things for each other, like instead of charging Miss Betty Sue $600 fix her AC, what if everybody just did stuff for each other and just fixed it? There was no like gain. We built this society on just gain and take away. And what does that do? That creates the middle class. That creates the poor people. If we took away all these borders and idea of foreigners and idea of money in this society that we built, which is unfathomable to some people, but if we took all that away, we won't have to worry about a lower class or higher. The reason that they want this system is because the rich people have to have somebody to serve them. They have to have somebody to look down upon, or it makes their whole idea of existence futile. Because they want to be above somebody. You have to have some kind of system to be above somebody. If you take away there should be no kind of system. If you take it all away, we'll all be equal. We all just need to help each other survive and nurture the earth and just be kind and loving to one another. Because we're all connected. You're me, I'm you, I'm that ant is me. We're all connected through consciousness. Anyway, I think I got off topic. I really don't even remember if I did or not. I may have left some points unfinished. I can't even remember. But anyway, we're all connected through Adam. You know, Adam and Eve, the splitting of Adam and Eve, that's not a splitting of an actual woman from a dude's rib. That's the splitting of an atom. Atom. A-T-U-M. That's a splitting of an atom. We're all connected through atoms. We're all connected through energy. We're all connected through that consciousness. That's what that is. We're all connected through all this stuff. It's just, we just, nobody wants to understand that. The science agrees with this. I don't know. We gotta let go of profit and this societal thing of profit. Anyway, think of this as the pineal gland, right? I know this is backwards. I'm sorry, but think of this as the pineal gland. You have the left side of the brain, which is order, rules. I can't read my own handwriting. Ain't that some? Regulations, negativity, evil, and judgment. I wrote judgmental, but and you got the right side of the brain. Creative, free, understanding, good, peace, and emotions. In the Bible, and this is why I have a problem with Zionists and Israel and stuff. There was never an actual chosen people. No actual loving or caring God would come down and choose one group of people over another. That's why I said that's like if they came down to if America's all that existed and God came down and said, well, I think Missourians are the only people that can truly know me. Everybody else is just a goyim. Like that doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. It's not true. The people that are God's chosen people, all that saying, this is all, the Bible, none of it actually happened. Everybody takes it literally. It's all symbolism, it's all allegory for deeper inner truth. God's chosen people are not the people that actually dwell over in Israel on the east or whatever it is, west side, whatever the right side is. It's the people that live on the right side of the brain. The people that choose to live on the right hemisphere of the brain. Don't give in to all that left thoughts, the order, the rules, the regulation, all those the thoughts of the left side of the brain. The right side of the brain is if you're going to live anywhere, you need to live on the right side. Live in the right side of your brain. Think with the right side of your brain. Be compassionate. Be understanding. Be creative. All that, the rules and regulations and judgment and all that, it doesn't matter. That's nothing. Let it all go. People are going to tell, even spiritual people will tell you, well, you need some kind of form. You need some form of order. You need some. No, you don't. People can govern themselves. There's not any group of order or regulation that any group should put down on a group of people because it's all a personal thing. People can regulate. People can do. Sorry, I'm losing it. People can order themselves. People can govern themselves. They don't need somebody ruling over them. Nobody does. It's just not right. And then, of course, you got the pendulum going. You got the middle because you can break apart from both of those and open your single eye. You must practice single. The best thing you can do in this while you are here is to understand that there is nothing to understand. Understand that if you want to know, the voice of God is silent. You know when you sit down in silence and hear that om, 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 om sound in your ears? Cherish that. That's the voice of God if anything. If anything is a God, that God is Christ. That is, God is silent. Silent. You will find Christ. You will find Christ within you in silence. When Christ came and said he's going to come back in a way at which not to be seen, in the Bible, Christ says he's going to come back, but it will be in a way at which will not be seen or heard. He came back within you through consciousness. Your consciousness is Christ. He's already come back. He's not going to come down from the heavens. There's not going to be any trombones coming down from the heavens and people rising up out of their clothes. It's not going to happen. It's not real. Christ has already come back inside you through your consciousness. And you can ascend that by practicing it, by meditating in silence. Sit there in that silence. Let it come to you. You can, and do this right now. Relax your brain like it's a muscle. You know how you can like relax your arm? When the doctors tell you to put a needle in your arm, you can just relax it. Do it to your brain right now. Just feels good. It feels really good. Relax your brain. And so people have wandering minds. Of course, you got to sit in silence. Relax your brain. And all the thoughts that try to come in, all the little goofy, it might be some, I get really bad thoughts. I get like some of the worst thoughts. I'll think, like my mind will just put evil, vile images or ideas or things and try to trick me into thinking that they're my thought. But you got to understand that your thoughts are not you. Your brain is trying to fucking trip you up. That left hemisphere brain does not want to let go. It's the one that's going to give you all those bad intrusive thoughts. The left side of the brain is the one that's going to give you all those really bad, just shit going on in there. It's going to try. It's never going to go away. It's going to keep trying to get you. But you can get to a point through meditation where you can fully not be controlled by it. You sit there and you just let those thoughts pass. Don't give them any judgment, because most people will have those thoughts. You either have those thoughts and you're like, you don't see a problem with it and you'll commit them, or you don't care and you take ownership of them and you become hell, you become evil. Or you take those thoughts and you're like, oh, I'm disgusted, which I understand, which is right. my problem. You get, oh, that's terrible. Oh no. But what you should do is no judgment. Just sit there in silence, relax your brain, let the thoughts pass. Don't give them any attention. Don't pay them any mind. Because they want you to be, they want to fuck you up. They want to distract you. That's the goal. Those aren't you. You don't have to feel outwardly disgusted to know that it's not you. It's not you. Don't worry about that stuff. Let it pass. Let all that pass. Sit down in silence. Turn the lights off where it's black, pure nothing. You don't, if you can't, if you're not in a situation to do that, of course, sometimes people don't have the ability to do this sometimes. Some people just, it's it's okay. But try to sit down in pure, turn all the lights off, sit in silence, no noise, which I know that some people have families and kids and stuff. Try to get some earmuffs or something, but I know people have lives. But sit down the best you can in silence, turn your brain off, let the thoughts pass, and wait. It may take, you don't know, but you'll get to a point if you sit there and stop thinking and stop worrying about, it will feel like 7 hours can pass, and it'll feel like you just closed your eyes and opened them. You'll get so lost you won't even know what time is anymore. That's when God will come to you if you truly, because truly the Spirit, the Christ, the energy, the true divine source of us. Because the universe is ever, they say the universe expands. For the universe, and it's true, the universe is expanding. It's like a ripple in like a pool. Like when you throw a rock in water, and you see those rings come out, and they just keep going and going and going. The universe is that for infinity. The universe is just a consistent ripple, 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 and we are on the outer edge of that. We are literally in the bottom of the barrel. We live in a space vacuum. There is almost nothing within light years of us in any fucking direction livable or anything of any difference of our solar system. Like, we live in a fucking space. We are on the bottom barrel. We are on the edge. But there is a divine source of light that all of this comes from. All this energy and the rules of the universe, there's laws of physics. All that stuff comes from something. Down to all that, to the littlest little earthly ant. It all is emanating from this divine source. And if you meditate in silence, if you meditate and do all that, you let go of your thoughts, you let them pass, and you let go of your brain, and you relax, and you sit in silence, and you just wait, and and give into that noise. Let that noise take over. I promise you, Christ, you will come to know yourself. Christ will come to you, and Christ will guide you. But anyway, and like I said, take this with a grain of salt. I know there's a lot of people that are going to see this video and immediately probably click off after a few minutes and say it's just some schizo, and that's okay. It really is. Like, there's nothing wrong with disagreeing. There's nothing wrong with making your own path. People are on their own journeys, and people will understand or they won't understand. And really, to understand, you gotta understand that there's nothing to understand. It's just silence. It's nothing. But yeah, no government should exist. We must govern ourselves. Trust the untrustworthy. If you trust everybody, if everybody gives each other the equal amount of trust and understanding and love, everybody would be okay. No, everybody would be equal. Everybody would be equal. We must trust the untrustworthy for everybody to be equal, man. Yeah, everybody has to be equal. If everybody was given love and nurturing, like literally every single soul was given love and nurturing from a young age, like if humans all were just one big family, we all cared about one another, and all were just open to one another and loving, there would be no people raised to be evil. There would be no people raised well. Like you see the stuff about that family that was just found, that terrible situation where all those kids were like breeding each other, and they had it was like it was like an old man and an old woman, and then a younger woman and a younger man, and then they found all these kids, and it was just like this disgusting living situation. None of that would have happened if all down the line, whoever down the line made this normalization into this family, that normalized this behavior into this family, which was probably the father or the grandfather along the line of the old man that lived in that house. Something had to make these people to think that living like this is okay. If we all just cared for each other, every child that was born that we just cared and nurtured and protected, everybody, if we all just came together, all 7 billion of us, and just let go all these borders and just willingly went back and forth and just cared and traveled and loved one another and cherished the earth and cherished our, because my home is here. My home is also the sands of Egypt. We all are from earth. We're not from here, this part of earth, that part of earth. We're all from earth. We all should be able to cherish it. We all should care for it and love it. If everybody had this mindset of nurturing and caring and just loving each other and loving the earth, there would be none of this evil. There would be none of this pain. And we can achieve this. But to achieve this, we have to let go of these societal ideas. We have to let go of democracy versus communism versus socialism. We have to let go of all that, because none of that's real. We have to let go of all these political ideologies. We have to let go of all these religions. If everybody could drop all of this stuff, let go of all this religion, let go of all this structure, let go of all this stuff, and just be caring, loving human beings, the world will know true peace. That's heaven on earth. That's what heaven on earth is. There is no Jesus is going to come down and make heaven on earth. It's up to us to be heaven. It's up to us to make earth heaven. Right now, we have made earth hell. This is hell. We are currently living in hell because of what we have done. Believe me if you want to. But yeah. And there is reincarnation. And you're not going to remember this, but like this life, I don't remember that one, and you're going to forget. There's an episode in Adventure Time. I don't know if anybody here watches Adventure Time, where Finn went to Pillow World. Well, essentially, so Finn and Jake build this pillow fort on a rainy day, and Finn is bothered. This is a cartoon, but just pretend that this is a story. I'm telling you, if you don't know what Adventure Time is. If you do, you've probably seen this episode. Finn is a human boy, and he has a talking dog, and they're best friends. Jake is the older, wiser brother, and Finn's the struggling younger brother who's trying to figure life out. Finn is all bothered that his girlfriend isn't talking to him, or the girl he likes is mad at him and doesn't understand. I think they were girlfriend, boyfriend this time, it doesn't matter, but he's upset about his girl not understanding something and getting mad at him and not wanting to talk to him. And Jake is trying to teach him how to let things go and just let things be, and it'll all work itself out naturally. And Jake had a favorite cup, and he threw the cup out the window and said, now this cup doesn't exist anymore, so I don't care about it anymore. And that helped Finn kind of be like, I understand what you're trying to say. And then Finn said, I need some alone time. And he went and crawled into the pillow fort. Jake ended up later in the episode, at the end, ended up retrieving the cup, because that's also just showing you how people can, it's hard to let go of these actual things. Even though you can preach it, it's hard to let go. Like, I still live in a house, I still work a job, and it's not going to be happening much longer, because me and my wife are truly going to be leaving. Like, we're going to be nomads, but that's in the works. But what I was trying to say is, so Finn goes into this pillow fort, and this pillow fort goes for infinity. He's like, dang, I don't remember being this big, and it ends up being this whole other world. And this is symbolism for reincarnation. So he let go of that life. He reincarnated into this pillow world. Now he lives in this pillow world. He ends up slowly he forgets everything about, damn near everything about Jake and BMO and all that. He just sucked into this pillow world and lives a life in this pillow world, has kids, has a family. And he dies. And he sees the eye of God. He sees all this esoteric stuff, which is really pretty cool for a kid's show back in the day. But then he gets sucked back into his life again. He goes back into that shell. And Jake asks him, where were you at, man? You were in that pillow fort for a long time. And he's like, I don't remember. Hey, you want to go do something? And that's the episode. He doesn't even remember. You're not going to remember this. I believe that there's going to be these, that's why in these past lives you have these unexplained urges and these unexplained, like, just things of who you are. Like, you can't explain it, but you just know. Deja vu. You have all this, like, why am I the way I am? There's nobody really made, but I just have this urge to be like this or do that. That's all from personal experience in your past life. I hope in every life that I come to this point, and maybe I'll ascend one day, Because I believe you can ascend past the cycle of reincarnation if you truly understand what there is to understand. If you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, you can ascend. You can, and ascending is just being at peace. It's like a forever slumber. It's just peace. It's true existence, which is just nothing. But in cycle of reincarnation and rebirth and death is you're going to have these connections to your past. You're going to feel this stuff, but you're not going to remember per se. Like, I can't look back at my past life and remember. Let's say I was a man in India and I worked in like a street corner and I had a family. Maybe I had like 4 kids. Maybe I ended up going to jail over something and I learned some kind of lesson. And I became humble in jail, and I was reborn into this natural sense of being, this natural understanding of being humble. I've learned from what happened in that life, and now I am going to subconsciously do better in this life when it comes to that. That's what kind of like connection you have in your past life. But either way, you don't remember those details. It's not meant to. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's why I think people get so bent out of shape. The teachings of Christ matter. Not if Christ was black, not if Christ was white, not if he actually went to this location or that location, or if that piece of the cross is actually real, or if that cloth that was on that guy was actually, that's not really the cloth that was on Christ. It couldn't be because the face looks like this. It doesn't matter. Everybody gets so focused on all this like earthly stuff and the earthly aspect, the physical aspect of the thing. What really matters is what's within, and that's why you're not meant to remember those little stupid details about, oh, I was this or I was that, because it doesn't matter. What matters is this experience. You're put here to experience. You're put here to learn. I believe if you're racist in your past life, if in your past life you just hate black people, you're going to be reborn as a black person in a struggling household, and you're going to learn. You're going to learn. And if you're black and you just have this hatred, say for Asian people, say you live in Chinatown, they're just so fucking annoying, you just hate them, they're so loud, or they just do stuff that you just don't like. You're gonna be reborn as an Asian person, and you're gonna learn. It's all karma too. Like you're gonna learn. Essentially, if you do something that you're gonna be put somewhere to learn and to know, and you're gonna be tested and be like, are you gonna commit evil or are you gonna commit good? When you die, think of it like a pedestal. You got this, and I'm taking this from Midnight Gospel. I love that show. But say you got all this discontent and you don't really like. You're like hyper religious and you have this hatred in your heart. You're racist. You're like this racist white Karen from Minneapolis, and you just died with all this hatred. Your essence is gonna be put on this pedestal, and let's just say it's like a feather. That's gonna sink. Like it's gonna be heavier than that fucking feather, and that feather's gonna rise, and they're like, well, you got all this evil and discontent, you're sinking. Be reborn again, and maybe you're reborn, and you become less hateful, but you still have it. You become less hateful. You become a little more understanding, but you still don't really get it yet. Then you're gonna be maybe about right here, but you're still not there yet. You're gonna be reborn. Maybe then you meet in the middle, and maybe the next life you go down a little step again. It's a constant cycle until you finally, that feather, the lightest thing you could think of, like it's just symbolism. This isn't like what's actually gonna happen, but until that like feather, and you're up here, and that feather's you weigh less than that little feather down there, and you're up here, and you discovered, you understand. Then there you go. You can truly exist outside of this cycle now. Yeah, I believe, like I said, everything is nothing. It all goes back to this true existence, which is just existing. It's just really nothing. It's peace, it's blackness, it's rest. You know, when people say, people aren't necessarily wrong when they say you're gonna die and there's just nothing and it's black and you're asleep. It's you can achieve that through breaking the cycle. You can achieve that through because this cycle is still like, no one really wants to do this because people wonder about all this meaning, but they're really like, we're put here to nurture, but you can also ascend. Your physical, your spin around thing, this spin around little circle of life. But sorry, there's a lot of noise outside. I was trying to listen. This is distracting me, but I got off topic. But yeah, everything is really not like nothing. You're either gonna be born in the cycle of life and birth, life and birth, life and birth, until you maybe one day understand, in one of your lifetime, understand and realize that there's nothing to realize, and that there's nothing to understand, and that you just need to exist and live in the moment and just be, just be, and then you got it. But yeah, I drew this as like looks schizo, but it's like the center of the universe, and it's expanding and expanding, and all these little squiggly lines are all just a different life that lives with all those expansions. And we out here, emanating from in here, but we out here in all this. And that little, think of that as that little pocket we in right there. Oh goodness. See, all this stuff is actually out there, but we in there, and it's like light years on all sides. Just stupid bullshit. But, and I kind of made a little thing here, so it's like a circle of this is a cycle of rebirth and death right here. It's like judged, so born, live, learn, fail. Jesus Christ, my handwriting's terrible. And then learn some more, live some more, die, born, reborn, judged, and reborn again. But then, see, this is you can come out of it. You can break free. You can break free and just exist. Imagination is dampened, while order and mandates are encouraged, not by those who suffer, for they understand. It is those who let ignorance prevail who commit these evil deeds, those who put value in nothing and see life as nothing. Our leaders have failed. And when I say nothing in this aspect, I don't mean like how I say like the true meaning of life is that there is really none except the nurture. Like that's what I mean by nothing. But in this case, I mean like they treat human life like it's worthless. These people don't care about the experience of each human. Each human needs to be blessed with freedom to and understand, to experience and learn. But this society we've built is just completely just wanted to keep us dampened and in this cycle of just suffering, and it's just not. You gotta escape it. The best thing you can do is let it all go and go pull a Christmas candles. That's exactly what me and my wife plan on doing. And you have to do it if you want to get free. You can't be free. You gotta let go of this society. And desire. Here's another thing. Desire brings suffering. I argue. You know, the main reason I argue with my wife is because I desire to do something. Like literally the other day, I woke up 8 o'clock. My wife wakes up at 9 o'clock. I wanted to wake up. I want to have myself some me time in the morning. I desired to have some little me time in the morning. So when she woke up early, I instantly, I'm just being honest, I had a little bit of an attitude with her, and she didn't understand what she did because she didn't do anything wrong. She just woke up. But I had an attitude and I was ill, and I eventually understood it. It's just me being a fool. I had this desire, this desire that this is how this was gonna go. That I'm gonna have at least like 2 hours to myself, and I think I woke up at 8, but I think she woke up like 30, 40 minutes after me. So that in the moment upset me. Because I thought I was going to have this like 2 hours to myself to be alone and all this stuff. See, she wakes up, she just woke up. Hey, honey. Are you up now or are you going back to bed? You up? I'm recording one of my first videos. You want to say hi?
Oh, hey.
I don't think they could hear you over there.
Where are you?
I'm right here. Hey, I'm right here.
Oh, shit.
Hey. Anyway, I'll wrap this video up. I've been gone for 40 minutes, you believe it? But essentially, I desired something and it didn't go my plan, so that ruined my day for like an hour. And I was just being a prick. So desire brings suffering. You have all these people have all these desires and it doesn't go to plan, or they get what they want and it's not enough. That's suffering. Like, don't have any desires. There's no need for any desires. If you live in the moment, good things will come. Like, you'll have fun. You can let go of desires and still have fun things happen. Like, you can still do fun stuff. You can still have things. I can still go out and buy an action figure. But you should be able to let go of everything. Don't do what Jake the dog did and go back and do all that and then go and grab the cup back. Past Preston, if this house were to burn down, I would be on hands and knees. Why? If everybody died, of course that'd be sad. But say everybody lived in this house just burned down, all our possessions just burned. You know what? It doesn't fucking matter. Because the only thing that truly matters is I'm here, my wife's here, our animals are here, and we have food and water. We can live. That's it. That's it. And we can nurture and live. All this also, you can. It's not saying you can't live and have things and you can't do things, but you shouldn't be controlled by them. You shouldn't let them control you. And desire also brings all this evil stuff in word. What do you think pedophiles? They desire those children. Rapists desire the body of somebody else. Murderers desire to kill somebody. Like serial killers or something. Some people murder out of like other reasons, but you know what I'm trying to say. This desire can be as little as desiring gold and being too filthy rich, or it can be as big as desiring to do some terrible evil act. Desire is not a good thing. Desire is probably one of the most evil emotions out there. Evil human ideas. It's right up there on the top level of the ego. But anyway, I think I will continue. I will put a note in this. I'm going to spend some time with my wife. So I will see y'all later.